Hey, so I just finished reading Poetry, Language, Thought by Martin Heidegger. Now, this is a collection of essays, all of which came after 1947. So, they were actually much later than Being in Time. And it kind of shows. Whereas Being in Time was very dry and very technical, this is still technical, but it's also more romantic, which is what I was lacking in Being in Time. And as you know, if you watched that video, I prefer my philosophy to be romantic. I prefer it to be feely, to have feeling behind it. And this actually delivers that. Heidegger is much more poetically involved here. He's still very technical, and also there are parts where you can see his authoritarian impulse. For example, he says that the nature of all art is poetry, including sculpture and architecture. And the nature of poetry is truth and the service of the truth. And that's a very authoritarian viewpoint. If you know anything about, fascists and Nazis, they had a strict control over what was and was not considered art. And they wanted their art to be servicing a particular perspective. But other than that, this was really interesting, and it was actually very cool. At one point, he asks, he doesn't really ask, he goes through the logic of how the art actually creates the artist, as well as the artist creating the art. And that's an interesting thought. He also goes through this whole spiel about temple art and how art is a service of God. And that was kind of interesting. A little unnecessary, though, but definitely interesting. So this was actually much better than Being in Time, and I think given the amount of time, because Being in Time was 1927, and the earliest essay in this book is actually 1947, so that's another 20 years. I think that he really developed more and had more time to sort of evolve his own perspective. And I think that served him pretty well. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. Thank you for watching. Peace.